Small-scale farmers are accusing the Northern Cape provincial government of failing to create jobs. The farmers also say not enough farmland is being provided. They were interacting with MPs and cabinet ministers at a sitting of the National Council of Provinces in Dar in the Northern Cape. Puleng Modupe and cameraman Gaokong Modutwane attended the sitting and compiled this report.
Members of the public pleaded with the NCOP for assistance, saying provincial government alleged there's not enough funds.
We have to say and admit that a lot of people are very dissatisfied with not actually having the correct path to walk into for the relief of their plights. But as we are actually here and hearing what their priorities are, we think we're going to be able to be moving in par with them, because the different ministers from the different ministries are here to answer their questions.
As the Northern Cape is a huge province that creates unique challenges.
I'll discuss with them and find out how they spread their budget across, because Northern Cape is vast. I'll deal with them, madam. Probably it's a question not just of a shortage of money, but also managing the money that's available so that it's available across the vast Northern Cape.
However, some farmers have only praised for the government.
I'm successful because I'm busy since 2006 and I'm still busy. In 2011, the Department of Agriculture gave us 3.8 million to kickstart us to go bigger in this business.
The Department of Agriculture in the province say a lot of effort went into the project.
They're raising ostrich chicks. We've put up infrastructure for 4 of those farmers there. So that's quite a successful project. That is why even the accusations that were made were quite vague accusations. But we did indicate that we will look at those issues.
The province's education and economic development will come under the spotlight tomorrow. Puleng Modupe, SABC News, DR in the Northern Cape.
President Jacob Zuma will deliver the keynote address at the NCOP sitting in Dar tomorrow morning. Let's now move on to the Northwest Province. Now, the Northwest Provincial Legislature held a seminar with platinum mining houses, workers and local authorities over recent mining disputes around Rustenburg in the Northwest Province. But major mining houses such as Lonmin, Impala and Anglo-American boycotted the summit. The mining disputes have already claimed about 50 lives. Now, the seminar was intended to address conflicts in the mining industry around the province. Modupi Sikaku and cameraman Fani Moses compiled this report for a view from the House.
The provincial legislature decided to step in after one of the bloodiest industrial violence. Defiant miners stay on this Marikana copy for weeks, demanding a 12,500 rand salary hike. At its height, 34 miners were shot dead when they clashed with the police on August 16. Lonmin Platinum Mine capitulated, giving the workers up to 22% more. At the time, analysts warned the move was not sustainable. The legislature's seminar was one of its community outreach programs at Madiben local municipalities in Brez. The seminar was intended to strengthen the relationship among the mining houses, workers and 3 spheres of governance.
Well, our view as the Northwest Provincial Legislature is that the mine owners, the workers and their representatives through the unions, the traditional leaders, and all the political organizations, we must make sure that we come together and resolve the problems that are there. But I also think, as the CCMA was saying, we need to make sure that CCMA and the Department of Labor, we educate workers about their rights and how their rights must be executed in line with the Constitution of the Republic. Because the reason why people have lost their jobs is because they embarked on unprotected strikes. And it means now there's going to be pressure on the government to create more jobs, to provide more services, because more people are now unemployed. So I think if people can begin to understand that they need to do everything they want to do as workers within the confines of the law, there will be a bit of stability in the area.
Provincial legislature was perturbed by the boycott of these mining companies. Even the other government departments, such as labor and mineral resources, fail to attend.
We are going to call them. If they don't come, we are going to summon them, because in terms of the Constitution of the Republic, Parliament and legislature have got powers to summon anybody to appear before Parliament and the legislature, because they have to, if they want to continue making profit, that is their intention as a company, they have to dialogue, they have to engage. They can't stay away from the engagements which are taking place, and that will help us to bring stability in South Africa, and in particular in the Northwest.
Currently, over 21,000 mine workers have lost their jobs through unprotected strike. This has negatively affected the economy of the province.
The only way for us to resolve these issues is workers to cool down and get the negotiations to start and take the demands of workers seriously.
Labour experts believe the government has no mechanism to deal with the labour unrest at the mining industry.
The labour unions are supposed to give proper guidance to their employees, to their colleagues, to say, guys, for us to engage in a protected strike, we should do 1, 2, 3. But now the reality on the ground suggests that the majority, the 20,000 employees who went on strikes, these strikes are labeled as unprotected because provisions which are provided by the South African Constitution were not invoked as they were supposed to have been done.
The influx of the miners continue to frustrate the efforts by the local authorities. Municipalities are unable to render services owing to the continuous mushrooming of informal settlements due to the mining activities. Currently, Rustenburg local municipality needs over 5 billion rand to eradicate over 56,000 informal settlements units.
We have had quite fruitful discussions with the mining sector, and as a result of these discussions, there's a very important document that we have agreed about to deal with this problem of informal settlement. That document is called the Procedure Manual for Eradication of Informal Settlement. In terms of this procedure manual, we have agreed that we've got to stop further proliferation of informal settlement. We've also agreed that insofar as the existing informal settlement, we estimate at the moment that there's at least 56,000 units, okay, in about 8 to 10 informal settlements across the municipality. Now, the question becomes that what are we going to do with these existing informal settlements? In terms of this procedure manual, we've agreed that we've got to find ways of, one, either formalize existing informal settlements, or those that we are not able to formalize. In other words, those that we are not able to ensure that they go through township establishing processes, we relocate.
President Jacob Zuma has appointed Marikana Commission of Inquiry to probe the events that led the killings of 46 people during the violent strikes actions in Rustenburg mines. Mutupise Kaku, for View from the House, Brez.
The Minister of Higher Education and Training gets more powers to intervene in dysfunctional universities. Well, that's our story after the break. Don't go away.
I'm the Casanova of DK. DK Casanova. Orenka chira Mpho barkama no zimbi. Olongare gypsy or sangoma. You can see into the future.
Why was always this cardinal a failed problem and lenza ngati stock suit here? Yes na lady ki busi. Hey busi, she's a fine art piece of a woman ngwanole wena ma. Mara neti utlwa iso koma ngweneng uya iso ukontrena koma nyandi. Mara utlwa iso bole tekeng uya kodimo.
Stockville, Wednesday at 9:30 on 2.
Meet the first food bloggers in a television series, The Dinner Divas. But can they write recipes? Can they cook?
Not really breaking any new culinary molds here, I think.
Find out. Saturdays, 8:30 on SABC2.